inaugurated by Minister of State, Labour and Employment Festus Keyamo in a virtual meeting. Kenneth Nanim reports that the committee members have 3 weeks to compile names of the prospective beneficiaries.
Is 774,000 semi-skilled and unskilled persons to be recruited implies that each local government area of the country will have 1,000 beneficiaries engaged in the public works scheme between October and December this year. These categories of unemployed persons will render services in sanitation, health extension, housing construction, road rehabilitation and other sectors of the economy.
You must therefore see this task as a serious, patriotic, national assignment. This program can rightly be described as one of President Muhammadu Buhari's many star programs for the lowly, weak and vulnerable in our society. In fact, this program is Mr. President's baby.
The selection committee members are urged to ensure women and the physically challenged persons are not left out in the exercise. The Minister of State Labour and Employment was emphatic on the essence to bridge unemployment gap in the rural communities, especially in this COVID-19 era.
After the selection of those to be engaged, they still have to be captured by some selected banks we're in talks with. Their accounts opened and their BVNs obtained. They will be paid a total of 60,000 naira for the 3 months. That is 20,000 naira per month.
On behalf of the state's selection committee members nationwide, Joseph Afolabi from Kogi State pledged commitment to the success of the program. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
And to judiciary matters, the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Nigeria Police Force to release the corpses of 3 members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria to their families for burial. The 3 followers of Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zazaki were killed during a street protest on July 22, 2019 at the Federal Secretariat in Abuja. Olabode Arewa has more.
Ahmad Musa, Ibrahim Abdullahi and Yusuf Abubakar Faska filed a fundamental rights enforcement suit against the Nigeria Police, National Hospital and Asokoro Hospital Abuja, saying the killing of their brothers, Mahdi Musa, Biliamin Abubakar Faska and Suleiman Shehu, was an infringement of their rights to life and liberty. After hearing arguments from the parties, Justice Taiwo ruled that the rights of the dead men were indeed breached. The court ordered the respondents to pay 5 million naira in damages to each of the applicants and release the bodies of the dead to them for burial. Biliamino, Suleiman, and Musa were among those protesting El-Zazaki's detention last year.
There is no price tag to be put on the life of any Nigerian. The court so much valued the life of Nigerians to that extent. We appreciate the court for that wonderful judgment.
Those cops have no business with the case before the court at all. That's what I was trying to inform the court, that the court was misled into, arriving at, but they will take the appropriate step. We will fight the necessary process so that the court will be put in a better position, so that nobody will be misled.
Meanwhile, the court has deferred hearing in the fundamental rights enforcement suit filed by the former APC National Chairman, Adams Oshomole, to challenge the report of the panel of inquiry instituted by Edo State government against him. Oshomole is praying the court to set aside the report, citing lack of fair hearing by the panel. The matter is adjourned to July 8, 2020. In Abuja, Olabode Arewa, NTA News.
The Barbari is standing by in Port Harcourt for more reports on Nationwide.
And welcome to Port Harcourt. There are indications that domestic flight operations will soon reopen at the Port Harcourt International Airport on Magwa, in line with the new COVID-19 template set by the federal government for 4 airports in Nigeria. Kingsland Jehovah's State Airport reports that preparation is almost completed, even as stakeholders pledge commitment to the new protocols.
The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority suspended the earlier June 21 date, saying it will go ahead when it can confirm that flight operations can be conducted in a safe, secure and organized manner. A visit to the Port Harcourt International Airport on Magwa revealed that the authorities have marked out the 1.5 meters physical distancing protocol alongside providing non-medical COVID-19 facilities at the airports.
Arrangements have been put in place in line with the COVID-19 protocol from the entrance
Those who don't have any business to do with boarding the flight would not be allowed beyond this point.
To our customer, the passengers, stakeholders, I'm telling them the stage of our preparedness, that we're hungry to receive them in the terminal, and to tell them that the terminal is safe, the terminal is secure.
There are also trainings ongoing and stakeholders engagement to ensuring that everyone complies with the health safety requirements.
And whoever is coming to patronize or do business with us to know what we should have in mind coming here. And we look forward that the Federal Airport Authority too are actually going to provide some things for us that will enable us to work with it.
Part of the measures put in place to reduce crowd at the airport include the allocation of flights to operators, restriction of non-traveling passengers to the terminal building, and physical distancing at the car park. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Amajiri, NTA News.
The National Human Rights Commission has called for action from relevant stakeholders against the rising incidents of rape. This time, the commission wants parents to desist from settling out of court with perpetrators of this act. Again, Kingsley Amajiri reports.
The rising cases of rape and murder of some victims have become a national concern. This necessitated the advocacy visit by the National Human Rights Commission to NTA Port Harcourt Network Center. This is to encourage the media to intensify enlightenment campaign against the crime, by also urging the victims to reach out to agencies such as the Commission for necessary legal action.
We are now advocating to muzzle up support from all relevant stakeholders to raise awareness around it and call for action for those responsible for doing any particular thing, particularly prosecution, psychological help for victims and all other things related to it.
The Commission also seek efforts to protect the boy child from such abuse. Keen observers insist that until stiffer sanctions are meted against perpetrators of the offense, rape will still remain a recurring decimal in the society. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Amajiri, NTA News.
And that does it from Port Harcourt. It's back to Ruth for the rest of the news. Good evening.
Thank you, Dibabari. Godfatherism over time has been generally condemned by the public, but public analysts on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria believe that, on the contrary, Godfatherism could also impact the electoral.
Will maintain normal working hours based on the curfew arrangements, apart from government offices that will have a separate working hour schedule. But offices must maintain working at 75% capacity. For banks and financial